it's Ellen here at Yarn Doc, and welcome to day 13 of Vlogmas. I hope you've been enjoying Vlogmas so far. I've really been enjoying the process and getting a little time with each of you every day. That's been really fun. So I hope you are enjoying it as well. If you're not subscribed, maybe you'd consider doing that. If you are subscribed, thank you. Those thumbs up really do help. So I would appreciate it if you could do all that YouTube-y stuff. And as always, the comments are just so much fun for me, especially because these go up at what is supposed to be my bedtime. And so often I don't see them till the next morning with my coffee. And it's just a really fun, enjoyable way to wake up. So with the commercial out of the way, I thought we could jump right into the Advents. As you know, I have 3 of them. And shall we start differently today? Shall we start with the bauble and leave the lackluster one till the end today? Let's do that. Let's start with the bauble. This is from Miss Pupinella. I tell you every day because I like to say Miss Pupinella. Somebody I found on Etsy. And yeah, I should say she does only ship within Germany at this point. So we are going bluer. I really am liking this. This is really sort of beachy, and that is really what the fade is turning into. I'll try and put up a picture of where we're at, try and get them all in the picture at this point, and so you can see how it has been progressing, because we really do have sort of this beautiful beachy kind of, which is an aesthetic that I just in my core respond to. You can see if you've been a channel subscriber for a while, you will have seen that of the things that I have made for me and that I've kept rather than gift, which is the majority of my makes, gifts not keeping, they've all been in that sort of beachy blues, browns kind of color scheme. So I'm becoming quite delighted with my bauble fade. So I will put that picture up so you can see just how wonderfully it has progressed. And also a fave. I have 2 that I really like, and then there's the one that's a little bit disappointing, but kind of in the expected it was going to be disappointing realm. The one that my daughter put together for me, that is the Mayflower Cotton Junior Minis. And so we've got day number 13. And I put these together in Willow Granny Squares, but I am so far behind in that project. It's so far behind at this point, it might be going into the new year with me, which, yeah, that would be too bad, but it is what it is. It's fine. There's no deadline. It's not for somebody's birthday or something, so that's okay. I've been trying to get these Christmas makes done, but today I've once again been focusing on my Christmas cardigan, because I was really hoping to wear it to the concert tomorrow and my anniversary date night. You don't think it's good. Anyway, you will see where we get to. But we have another one that I'm going to need to skip. We have this beautiful pink. Now this was that dark pink that I was hoping I had ordered with the first round that I ordered with the new yarn for the Imagination quilt. I was really hoping it was this kind of pink, but it wasn't. It's here. So my pinks ended up being these 2. And I was really hoping, going back and looking at it, I think I know which one this one is, and I have now ordered it, I think. I hope. So then I will have to decide whether to pair those two, or I don't know. Anyway, we will see when it gets here. I just kind of ordered one of every color. And then one person, I'll just pair them up. I'll look at the square and decide. That's the benefit of not having it be an advent, is that I can just look at the colors and say, I think these look best together in this square. So that'll be a fun way to do it. But I won't use the white because I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is the antique white that I'm using in all of the mixed squares. So this is the other problem with doing it as an advent and it's a surprise, is I don't know what to be prepared with. Yeah, loose. Okay. So here's the thing. This one is white, and it came with the blue. And this is today's white, and it's the antique white. And in the full-size skeins, they only have the antique white. They don't have the bright white. So I did buy the antique white to add one round to those combined squares. So I'm pulling both because you can see those together are not going to give you much of any kind of contrast without bright light, so that I think one would just look dirty, like part of the square had gotten dirty somehow. So I am going to pull those two. I'll find some way to use it. I mean, I can use the antique white mini in some of the squares. And then these two can end up together. Oh, they ended up together. So I think I'm expecting there is still a black in here somewhere, but I also know that she put all 49 in the advent calendar. So 49 doesn't divide by 2 anyway. So hopefully I can just pull out the black and then we're good. Then we're done. But I think, ooh, I was going to throw them at you. I'm sorry. I wasn't. But I think those two match together pretty well. So I need to paper clip those together. And then I just have this last one. And this, speaking of black. So now we've got a little bit of black in our hat. Maybe I'll trim the hat in the black. Oh, I don't know if that'll be enough. I don't know if it'll be enough to go around the brim. It should be enough. Row of single crochet around, hit myself in the face with it. Row of single crochet around the brim of a hat should be enough. I'll see. Might do that. You know how I love to trim in black. Black border on things. Just adds that little framework. Makes the colors pop, I feel like. So, I don't have my candle with me. I've been stitching and it was with me stitching and it is pretty much gone. I burnt it. I burnt today's candle. But I can open the next one. I'm having one of these, what I like to call feel like a dog day. And most people would think that means I feel sick, but I don't feel sick. I just feel like I want to spend the day sort of cuddled up on every kind of cushion or that around and not like really do anything. Just like in dog pose, just except, you know, when there's food or like my person comes home and then if my energy's off today, that is why. Oh, the box rips so easily, but okay, this one's white cashmere. But there's just, there we go. Oh, yeah, warm cashmere. Not white cashmere, warm cashmere. It's the really, this one smells different than any I've had. And it's actually, a different color that doesn't match. Like, I would think that it was this warm cashmere, but compared to the warm cashmere that I had, which was bright white, like really like bright white, this you can see is not, and it smells different. Like, it smells like man's aftershave. I mean, not unpleasant. You'd still get up close to him. But there's nothing else on here that it can be. We've had all of the others. I don't know. It has more, like, it's almost a Christmas tree-y kind of scent. Yeah, like man's aftershave combined with your Christmas tree. I don't know. That's what it smells like. It can only be warm cashmere, but it doesn't smell like it did the first time. Okay, well, I will burn it and I will enjoy it, and I will wonder if something unexpected ended up in my box. I don't know. It is number 13. My firstborn was born on Friday the 13th, so... But Friday was the 12th. Hey, it's Friday night. I do them the night before so that I can edit when I first get up and then post. So I'm thinking it's Friday and I'm talking about 13th. So I'm thinking it's Friday the 13th, but it's not Friday the 13th. And I probably should just cut this whole thing because I sound like an idiot, but that's okay. It happens from time to time. It does get a little confusing going forward and backward in time with the video and what I'm doing in the day. Yeah, I feel a little bit like a time traveler. That would be an interesting movie. The Vlogmas Time Traveler. No, it wouldn't. I stop talking now. Anyway, go see what I do with the sweater. Good morning, friends. I am sitting here with my 4th cup of coffee, still in my jammies. Been working on this sweater. I'll tell you more about that a little bit later. But remember what I was saying yesterday about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah. Then I went in to tuck my son in, what he calls tuckled. You need to tuckle me. I kissed his forehead and it was on fire, but he was like, no, I'm cold. Piled 3 blankets on the kid, took his temperature. Yeah, he had a fever. So gave him some meds, put him to sleep. He's home today. So now I have to figure out how to do all those things that I was talking about with a sick kid, because it's December. Hubby is working all day, like all day until probably close to 11 o'clock tonight, maybe even later. Sometimes when it's a Friday night thing, it goes really late. I don't even know what it is. I don't even know what it is at this point. So I don't know what's going to get done. I don't know what the day's going to look like. Was just talking to the daughter whose concert I'm trying to get this sweater made for, and her throat is on fire. Perfect for somebody who's about to sing solos. So she's in bed at the other house. So I still need to go drop off the birthday present and stuff for the 85-year-old maternal grandmother. But I also really need to go because I need to pick up the daughter who is currently sick in bed with her throat on fire. I don't know. But I've been editing the video that you will have seen yesterday, and it's done. It's ready to go up. I'm working on the yoke of this sweater. I'm so tired. I got about 3 hours sleep. Hence the 4 cups of coffee that are not cracking it. So before I try to explain the math, top-down raglan, so there's math at the beginning, which I did last night while we were watching a show, a new to us show. We should have picked a movie. Movies have set times. This show has 7 seasons or something. So we just watched and watched and watched. It's an old show. It's a totally old show, but it's new to us. Parenthood. I turned to Sven at one point and I said, honey, are we watching a show or are we watching snippets from our life? Oh. But we watched until way too late. And then I didn't sleep well. So I got about 3 hours sleep. The other 2 are off to school and kindergarten. I'm babbling because I'm tired. I think I'm going to go take a morning nap. It's 7:30. I could sleep till 9. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm just, unless my son wakes up. But maybe he won't. Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll wake up and be feeling all better. Kids are like that. They go down so hard and then the next morning they're like, hi, I'm ready, I'm going. Oh, I didn't have the energy to do that. I am not a kid anymore. Okay, I'm going to take a nap and then I'll talk to you about the sweater. Okay, so I've had a little nap. I've had a little snack. I'm feeling a little more human now. And so I've started just a basic raglan yoke here. I am wearing real clothes. I have a dress on, but it was cold, so I put my comfy, around the house sweater on. Now, you might be saying that neckline is too big for you. I really like a very loose neckline. This thing drives me crazy. It's so, let me breathe. So I like a big, wide neck myself. But if you did make it too big, you can always add a collar. And that's, I would rather err on big here and then, putting some kind of collar onto it than having it too small. But so that's where I've gotten to so far. And I just tied on the second ball. I've been waiting to show you to weave those ends in. And okay, so how did I figure out to do that? This is my little note page for it. I kind of know sort of my basic raglan measurements in various weights of yarn. So this is, I would say it's an Aran weight. Yeah. Yeah. A heavier worsted Aran weight. So I need to chain 118. How do I come to that number? Okay, I'll confess. I use previous measurements. I use measurements from something else that I'm designing. I think what I did was chain around until I was comfortable and then reverse engineered the math. But here's the math. Whatever the measurement, your stitch measurement is across your back, you need to multiply that by 3. You're thinking 3. Yeah, I know, it doesn't sound right. But here's why. So you need the measurement for the back, and then you need that measurement split for the sides. So you take the measurement of the back and you divide it by 2, and that's how many chains you need for each side.
And you need the same measurement for the front. So for here, I had 38 chains for my back, 19 for each side, and 19 for each front panel. And then you add 4, and that's for each of your corners, because that's your raglan. Those 4 corners is where you do your increase. So I do my chain, and I used to do it what I thought was the simpler way, and just work the chain and count as I went. But I'll tell you, on this one, that would have messed me up. So what I do now is I take my chain, and for this one, I counted my 19, and then I put a stitch marker in 20. Only on this one, I didn't. I put my stitch marker in 19. Because 20 is that increase row, and that's where you want your stitch marker to tell you, hey, increase in this one. And so all my stitch markers were off, but I went back and I found it, of course, at the very first one. And so I could just move every single one over one chain and then go, rather than having gotten to the end of my row, found that I had one chain left, which would have put the front of my sweater, like instead of meeting here, it would have been, no good. And so having to rip it all out and then go over it again. So I use the stitch markers. I use the same color for my increases. And then I've just started, you know what? Ever since I messed up that dog bed blanket, I've been just putting a stitch marker in my end loop so that I don't, when I'm not, you've seen what my life is like. I'm not paying attention a lot of the times when I should be. And when I was making that dog blanket, I was just sitting. I had the TV on. I had kids in the room with me. I was engaged in conversation. I was laughing and chatting. And I was like increasing and decreasing all over the place because I just wasn't paying attention. And so I was chaining up in that one. And so I'd be working into the chain and I shouldn't have been, or I didn't work into the chain when I had been. So in the end, yeah. So now I've decided stitch markers are my friend. I just put them in and I do not have to think. I just stitch. I come to orange. I'm like, okay, increase, orange, increase. Oh, right there. I know that's the loop I go into. Now I'm not chaining on the edge of this either. I'm doing the stack singles. So that also makes it clearer, but I just don't even want to think about it. It does slow you down a little tiny bit, but a lot less than frogging does. So, and if you have a totally different lifestyle than I do, maybe you can't be bothered. But I just want to take as much of the required thinking and all of that out of the process. So that's what I do. I decided I would go with the doubles because the squares, which are still sitting on the couch, they're not in here with me. I'm sitting on my bed watching YouTubes. Though I think I'm all caught up. If you have any Vlogmas recommendations, let me know, because I'm getting through the ones that I watch like 15. I don't know how I get through so many videos a day, but let me know if there's some channels that I should be paying attention to. I watch the other Ellen, of course, Ellen's Crochet. I watch Crafting Kitty. I watch Another Yarn. I watch My Fabulous Empty Nest. Passionate Kelsey, Amora. I feel like there are others. Oh, My Pink Bathtub. That's a new discovery. I'm enjoying that. She's really good. She's much better at the video making than I am. Anyway, if you have recommendations, I feel like there's more that... Oh, Rachel is knitting. I like that. And I watched a new one today. Actually, it wasn't Vlogmas, but she'd done something called a provisional cast on in knitting. And knitters are probably like, oh, you're going to say something silly. And probably I am, but what was that? It looked like she just like ripped out her starting and like the stitches were just like, hi. And it doesn't fall apart. Like it didn't fall apart. But I was just like, what is that? And then of course I'm like, I want to learn that right now. Because anything that's new or different or that, I want to try it. But anyway, I'm going to make my best effort here with this sweater. With the state that our girl is in, I'm not sure there will even be a concert tomorrow, but I have a couple of hours now that I can work on this, and I'm going to do that. Maybe next time I talk to you today, I will look a little more put together. Probably not. I don't really do put together very often. You probably know that by now. Okay, I'm going to get back to work on the sweater. Because, as you can see, I'm not really close to splitting first sleeve. Well, actually, maybe I'm closer than I think, huh? Another benefit of wide neck. You get to the split much sooner. My big fuzzy sweater is not helping either. But yeah, actually, maybe another round or two. I haven't really decided where I will stop doing the raglan part and start doing the square part. I'll figure it out. I think I want to take it down so that I'm doing this in the round before I start to put the squares on. I have enough squares for one row around, but only one. I can't see this getting done, but hey, you never know. But you never know. It's not going to happen. Okay. If you can hear, I don't know if you can hear, sometimes the mic picks up everything and sometimes it picks up nothing. But my sick kid is bouncing outside the door and I think he wants me to make him food or something. I don't know what he wants, but I got to go check on him and I'm going to get back to making my sweater. But that part was left out of yesterday's video, so I thought, yeah, I'll just chat about it. I'm trying to figure out how I got to those numbers to begin with. My brain is blanking. I've done it many ways. Like I've started raglan many ways where I've just chained in multiples of 3. Until I got, like, when I put it around me, it felt good. And then I reverse engineered the math. I have done that. That's probably how I did it. There are, I'm sure, better ways. But probably that involve gauge swatching. And where I'm happy to gauge swatch in knitting, I don't in crochet. Unless I'm following somebody else's pattern. But if I am creating the pattern, then I don't. I feel like I just confessed something there. Anyway, this time I'm really going to go back to work.
So we are on our way. We're going to another town in Germany, pick up the sick kid, and drop off some birthday presents for the original's grandmother. And we're bringing cake and candles and balloons, and it's going to be fun. We got all the little guys in here, all tableting, so it will hopefully be a peaceful drive. And then we're going to get McDonald's for dinner on the way home. So I will see you on the other side. Just before I left, unexpected happy mail. True happy mail. Not Eddie. True happy mail. Not something I ordered. I cannot wait to find out what is in this box. But, you know, family first. So hopefully I will get to open that with you tonight. I have my project with me here. Bag full of yarn. Still trying to... Can you even see? I don't know what I just showed you there. I will find out, I guess, when I edit the video. But I have all the yarn for my sweater. Still trying. Remember all that time ago when I said, oh, a couple more rows and I'll be splitting for, or joining for the body. Creating the sleeve holes. Every time I look, I said, 2 more rows. I need 2 more rows. I need 2 more rows. That's like 8 rows ago. And I just, before leaving, I'm like, oh, I need another 2 rows. Anyway, I don't know if my upper body is growing as I am making this thing, but I've got probably 2.5 hours on the road to stitch. Hopefully I get somewhere with it. Back from the birthday party, and I have this awesome package. I don't even know what it is. It was a surprise when it showed up today. But
is it time to do advent calendar?
Is it time to do the advent calendar? You want to see if your brother for life wants to come in and do advent calendar? We may have an advent calendar break.
Is it time to do advent calendar?
Frederick?
I don't want to do the advent calendar.
Okay, well, we can do yours. Which one's yours?
That one.
What? Use words.
This one.
What is that one?
Wheel.
A Christmas tree. And why do we do Advent?
To the dot, to the world.
Because baby Jesus is God's greatest gift to the world. What number is today?
12.
Auf Deutsch? 12. Genau.
About it.
Oh.
And that is hotness.
It's a chocolate.
Yeah.
Wow. What a nice gift.
And we're right. It is hotness.
It is chocolate. Come here. Turn around and show it to the people.
I'm telling you with the hotness.
Okay, go eat it before it melts all over your hands and you get it all over my White House. Where was I? I think I was at my package. And I see from the return address who it's from. He's back. You only get to open your advent calendar, mister.
Mom,
Yeah?
where was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24.
Yeah, because there are 24 days in Advent and then it's Jesus' birthday.
Yeah.
Can you go and eat your chocolate and play in your room?
I already did.
You already ate your chocolate?
Yeah.
Wow. I will try for the third time. I think I told you how I know who this box is from. It's a big surprise. But it's from Vitagon. Now, who is Vitagon, you ask? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Vitagon is one of my favorite German hand dyers. I love this so much. It feels so nice. I bought it in 2 colors and 2 different weights. I would like to use them together, but I bought them in 2 different weights, so won't happen. And then I've got this nice guy. You could see I was going for the greens that day. I found them at the Leipzig Wollfest. If you haven't seen that video, that's a good video. If you really want to get a sense of like some of the amazing talent that we have in Germany, you should watch that video. I will link that in the description box. And Vitagon is there. And while I did that video, this yarn, somebody put the wrong ball band on it. And so I was talking about the yarn in the video, and I think I linked the Woolfest or something to the video. Anyway, she contacted me, Karen, she's the dyer extraordinaire, and said, there's been a mistake. That is not what that yarn is. And can I rectify it? Like, can I send you something? I don't have any of that dyed. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, I honestly don't care. I really don't. I don't think I even looked at the band. I was fondling the yarn. I was just fondling it, and it felt awesome. I thought I could use it like a silk mohair, but it has no roughness to it. Like, it's just like, I realize I'm fondling my yarn and rubbing it all over my face. But so I was like, it's fine. Like, I am super happy. I love the product. I'm happy with everything I got. You let me know there was, I don't even remember what the issue was with the ball band, but I'm like, okay, fine. No problem. No problem at all. And that was it. And I'd forgotten about it. And earlier this week, she wrote to confirm my full name. And I don't know. I guess I was thinking maybe she's looking for me on YouTube. Or I don't know. Anyway, today, this box came. So there's something in it. I am excited to open it and see what has been sent to me. And I decided I wanted to do this together. Okay, where's my notions pouch? I always have scissors within arm's reach. It is superly well taped. She does have an online store that I will also link in the description box. And I am not sure how far and wide she ships, but if she ships to you, you should get some. I love this yarn. And I'll say this now, it is not on my top 10 list because I haven't done a project with it this year. But I expect that will change in 2026, and I expect that it'll be on my list. So there are just a few that I feel like I need to explain why they're not on that list. And if you're going, what list is that? Oh, stay tuned. Hit the notifications. That video is coming after Vlogmas. After Vlogmas, a special little end of the year treat. I am trying not to show everybody's addresses. Just fold it all over there. And then I can open it up and see. Can you see in the box? So we can both see in the box. Green paper. I love green. Oh. Oh, there's a treat. Lovely little note. Oh, pretty card with a little treat. And I certainly recognize this. Oh, Karen. Okay, she's now my best friend. She is now my best friend. Okay, this is, I've got box on me. 70% merino superwash, 20% silk, and 10% cashmere. 100 grams for 400 meters. And the color is called Green Lover. Yes, I am. Oh, with a little lavender sack. Just gonna cuddle my yarn now. You might recognize this yarn. I made sure when I set up my pegboard with the yarn that this brand was always in the shop. That was done intentionally. This is so nice. So nice. Okay, there is stuff to be recycled in here. This is amazing. Thank you so much. This is just the nicest. Please screw up every time I shop. Like, this is incredible. It is so beautiful. The light is, I had like, you know, Christmassy lighting and like all the Christmas things lit, but I don't have real light on. And it's night, and here's a time where it is gorgeous green. It is like my favorite shade of green, but it's got dimension and depth to the color. I just love it. Green Lover. That is, oh, can you, is it picking up? Sometimes I think it's not, and then when I go to edit, it actually looks better than I think it does. But oh, talk about happy mail. Yes, Freddy Fry. You need a hug? Okay, I kind of got one from Yarn. You want to do your advent calendar?
Yeah.
Okay, what number? Hey, why do we do advent?
God's gift to the world.
Because baby Jesus is God's greatest gift to the world. What number is today?
12.
Auf Deutsch?
12.
12, genau. What did you get?
A bear.
You want to show the people?
Yes.
You want to show them? It's not. There we go. A little bit further this way. Yummy. A chocolate bear. You gonna go get your jammies on, babe? No answer to that. Oh. It was like my little Christmas miracle. I really was not expecting anything. I was certainly not expecting anything this luxurious or generous. I need to write her a note and say thank you. It's just wonderful. And it's just a fantastic small business that if you can get some, you should. If you can afford it, if it's something you can do, certainly somebody to support and encourage. And I just love everything that she does. I went into that fest with a budget and I could have spent twice that in her store alone. And that's without buying a sweaters quantity. Like, I was just like, I want this one, I want this one, I want this one, I want this one. Fabulous. So, strong recommendation here. Yes, Ray.
Our Christmas tree looks nice.
Our Christmas tree looks nice. Thank you. You helped decorate it.
You put the star on.
You did put the star on.
There are presents behind our Christmas
Yeah,
tree.
we have presents under our tree. Mm-hmm. Welcome to my life.
Our Christmas tree is very big.
It's very big. It's actually pretty small. It's sitting on a little side table.
We like our Christmas tree.
We do like our Christmas tree. You're correct. Oh, they make my life interesting. I'm blown away by this, which makes my other news easier to palate. So, can you hear him singing? I can never tell what's being actually picked up in the mic until I go to edit, but he's like just outside the door to the library singing at the top of his lungs. Anyway, we were at the birthday party, and recently the train schedule for all of Germany changed. It usually happens sometime in mid-December. But we realized that for the concert tomorrow, our daughter can't really get herself there. So we had to change all the plans for tomorrow. So instead of going to the concert and then going out for an evening date, we are going in the morning and having a daytime date through the Christmas market, and then going to the concert and coming home. And what's wrong, huh?
Of the Christmas market.
Mommy's going tomorrow, but you're going to stay here with Doreen and her daughters.
We got that.
Yeah, that's our Christmas arch.
Look at it. Don't touch it.
Just look at it, don't touch it. That's right. It's fragile.
We like our presents.
Yeah, but presents really aren't the focus of Christmas, right? And most of your presents aren't in that pile.
That's enough of the Christmas presents.
And that's like not even half the Christmas presents. Sorry. I will edit some of this out, I'm sure. Anyway, our plans shifted from later in the day, where I sort of still had the morning, to earlier in the day. And so one of my dear friends, probably my best friend here in Germany, is coming to babysit the little boys so that both Sven and I can go. And we're going to pick up like Subways. They have a Saturday special that's great. And then just come and spend the evening together and, you know, have some visiting time and that with our friends. But that means that any time I might have had for finishing the cardigan tomorrow is gone. And I just cannot finish it today. Even if I stayed up till like 2 or 3 in the morning, it's just not going to happen. I'm not Kelsey. But I do think that the yoke is finally there for me to connect for the armholes. Yeah. And I do have one row of the of these things done. Well, now I look, talk about fondling. Jeepers creepers, Ellen. But yeah, so I have one row of the squares done, and I can't decide I don't want it to be striped, but what I can't decide, I'm going to stand up and that's going to cut my head off, but that's not the part of me you need to see. So I can't decide whether to do it like this or like this and then alternate. So it's like horizontal stripes, or if it, come back here. Or if it'd be better to do it like this and then like checkerboard. That's what I'm trying to say. So weigh in in the comments. Checkerboard or stripes? Okay, so those are the two options. And yeah, so this part is basically done. I finished that before I go to bed. And I need another whole row, another 8 squares. And then I have to put arms on it. And I probably have to edge the whole thing. It's not happening tonight. So, professional. All the cinematography is my own. I take full credit for it. So I will probably finish this to the point that I can add the squares. I'll probably put the squares together. Will I put the squares together and then attach them? Or will I attach them and then see if I need filler anywhere? I might need filler. I didn't do any math before starting this. I just jumped in. You know? Yeah. I'm a, do it and then make it work for you kind of girl. And I was thinking, I can make a sweater in a day. No, I can't. No, I can't. So that video is not coming now or in the future. If I can't do it now, I will never be able to do it, and that's fine. That's fine. I can make a sweater. I can make a sweater in a week. But anyway, it's looking nice. It's looking nice. I will probably finish this and then I will probably put it on hold while I try to finish those Christmas presents. 3 scarves. 3 scarves and my shawl. I do want my shawl done. More than I want this done, especially now that I can't wear it to what I was planning to wear it to. So that's going to be my focus. I'm going to go finish that. I have a boy going like this in the doorway, and I think that means he wants my attention. So I am going to go give my children some attention and try and get them in their jammies and in bed because it's 2 hours past their normal bedtime now. And they're not in bed. So I'm going to go do that. And I may or may not check back in with you. Probably will. So I have joined one side here. And the arms fit pretty good. Pretty well. There's my chain under. I just did 10. And not the full... 19, because I really don't like a baggy sleeve, and I mean I do have a sweater on at the moment, so I think that is enough. But I'm looking at this and wondering if I have gone too far. I will see. I will put it all together. I'm thinking I might fix the problem by
Well, I don't know if I can. Oh no, it's got a big wide neck on it. Okay. This side I haven't put together yet. So, but I'm a little worried about, there we go, further out, about that. But I need to put it together more and just see if it's a problem. If it's too much of a problem, I can always sew this up, make that the back. As I didn't do any short row shaping at this point. We'll see how it goes. I just thought I would show you. Oh, sorry. Put my hand under. But I think that's enough. I just wanted to try it on before I did the whole across the back and went, yeah, it's a little tight on the sleeve, but I don't think so. I think it's good. I think it's good. Stop putting your hand in front of the camera, Ellen. People are going to think you're not professional. I'm not. But I'm having fun with my yarn. Okay, gonna go stitch up the row. Try it again. Then do one more row, and then I think it's where I would put the squares on, and I might stop for the night and go to bed. I feel like I'm wearing one of my kids' sweaters with it being so little, but actually I'm pleased with it. It's good. It's got nice small arms. So it's the shaping. Don't put your hand there, Ellen. Yeah. So I'm going to do one more row. And that's where I think I will start the squares. Though I don't know if mid-bust is the right place to start the squares. If I should go sort of under and then start the squares. So I'm only going to do one more row tonight, just to sort of make sure that the structure is there. And then you can tell me, because I'm not working on this tomorrow. I don't know what I will take with me for the road, and I don't know if I will be able to stitch at the concert. Sometimes it feels fine to do it, and other times it just feels socially awkward. Or maybe I've been listening to too many Reddit stories being read. I don't know. But so I will take something with me, and it'll probably be my Christmas shawl, because that one I really do want finished by Christmas. And it's being crocheted, and I think the hook makes less noise than metal needles at a concert. Plus, well, I do at least have one of those projects, the one that I could take. The other one's for my husband, who's going with me. The one I do have is on smaller needles. I was going to say that my needles don't fit great in my purses and that. Okay, one more row on this, and I'm going to bed. So I'm going to turn it over to me to say goodbye and good night.
Friends, thank you for joining me for the 13th day of Vlogmas, the true center point of our time together. And I just want to, again, say thank you that you take the time out of your holiday season to spend some of it with me and check out my yarny adventures and comment. So once again, if you could do those YouTube things, the subscribing, the liking, the commenting, that would be really great and helpful. And until tomorrow, friends, happy stitching.